In January of last year, Arsenal were flying in the league, sitting top of the table, 7 points clear of Man City, already after 16 games played and having lost just 1 game. Arsenal were also in heavy talks to sign an extremely talented winger in Mudryk from Shakhtar. The Ukrainian winger had just turned 22 years old and had some stellar games against Real Madrid in the Champions League group stages. In his 6 games for Shakhtar that season in the Champions League, Mudryk had 3 goals and 2 assists already. And in the league, Mudryk had started 11 games and he got himself a very impressive tally of 7 goals and 6 assists. And with this transfer saga going on, Mudryk played his card for everyone to see, even posted Arsenal on his story, all but confirming that he wanted the move to North London. But despite Mudryk obviously wanting the move, Arsenal wanting him, Arsenal were unwilling to meet the 100 on the 22-year-old. But after this, Chelsea came in and quickly agreed a fee of 100 million euros, and Mudryk, despite seemingly wanting to join Arsenal, ended up joining London rivals Chelsea. So Arsenal still needed a backup forward, quickly pivoting to spend £27 million on Belgian international and Brighton player Leandro Trossard. Now, a lot of Arsenal fans would have preferred Mudryk, but Leandro wasn't a bad signing in my eyes. I kind of looked at him like a temporary signing that would give some experience to our young front line and add some more quality to it as well. But now, a year and 4 months later, Trossard is a crucial part to Arsenal's team and has scored more goals coming off the bench than any other player in Europe's top 5 leagues. But how did this happen? How did the seemingly stopgap of a signing turn into such a crucial part of Arsenal's squad, scoring crucial goals when we need it the most? Well, that's what we will be talking about today. So what's going on, everyone? You are listening to Gunner Central here. I hope you're all doing well. Please be sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into it. When Arsenal signed Trossard from Brighton for £27 million, it was kind of clear to everyone that he wasn't our first choice attacking target in the market. We had just missed out on the signing of Mudryk, but we still had a hole in our front line and needed an attacker in order to provide both depth and quality to our young front line. Trossard was, and I guess still is, very capable of playing all across the front line and even sometimes can play as a number 10. So when Arsenal signed him, my thought process about the signing was that it was actually a pretty solid signing. He is a great utility man that is very diverse in terms of the positions he can play, and he knows how to perform in big games. Seen him score a hat-trick against Liverpool in Anfield earlier in the season, and also assist in the winning goal against Leeds to get a 1-0 victory for Brighton. But with our players being so extremely young, and Trossard at the time being 27 years old, I saw him as a player that could be providing some much needed experience to this young team. But I also saw him as a temporary kind of stopgap signing that wouldn't be an Arsenal player for all that long, and potentially at the beginning of the next season would even get himself replaced, and we would get ourselves a more permanent utility player to have in the team. But Trossard hit the ground running at Arsenal. Now, he did only score 1 goal in the league in his first 6 months at the club, but he got himself 10 assists as well. And here we are a year and 4 months later, and to say Trossard is an important player for this Arsenal team, Arteta had to get his best 11 out. I don't think Trossard fits in there. I think Martinelli's probably ahead of him, Saka's obviously ahead of him, and then either Havertz or Jesus at striker is ahead of him. I actually don't think there's a debate about that. But what Trossard is able to provide off the bench or start when we have injuries or need to rest players is so crucial and important to this team. What he provides to this team is very important to our success. Outside of scoring 6 goals from the bench this season, which by the way is the most of any player in Europe's top 5 leagues, that in itself is a kind of crazy stat. The fact that he is able to play so many attacking positions, both on the right and on the left, and in the 10 and at striker when needed, and he plays them at all such a high level, is crucial to why we have been so good this season. Now, last season when we fumbled the league or bottled the league, as opposition rival fans like to say, in my opinion that was purely due to not having a deep enough squad, which caused players to have to play eye-watering minutes and either get injured for the rest of the season like Saliba, or just have to drop their level completely due to complete exhaustion like Bukayo Saka. With allowed Arteta to rest the likes of Saka and Martinelli a lot more than he did last season. As mostly a substitute for Arsenal this season, Trossard has still scored 13 goals this season in all competitions, 8 of which are in the league and another 4 in the Champions League, not to mention scoring a crucial goal in the Community Shield against Man City that sent us to penalties where we would go on to win the Community Shield. And coming off of our most recent 2-2 draw with Bayern Munich, where again Trossard scored a crucial goal with a really good first time finish into the bottom corner to grab us a draw at home in the first leg. He has proven crucial, not just allowing us to rest players more frequently, but he has also been crucial in scoring big goals when we need them the most. Having a player like this come off the bench is an absolute luxury that we are so lucky to have as a team. He also brings so much energy, speed and technique when he's coming off the bench that he's able to quickly flip a game on its head and shift the momentum back to Arsenal or keep the momentum on our side. Now, if this Arsenal team are going to win something this season, touch wood we do, I'm hoping we do, but I don't know if we will. But if this Arsenal team wins something this season, the importance of a player like Trossard and the role he plays at Arsenal is going to be quickly overlooked, but it should not be. Make no mistake, Leandro Trossard is crucial to Arsenal, and the fact that we only spent £27 million on the Belgian and avoided the bullet that is Mudryk, who we would have had to spend €100 million for, and Mudryk, who for the most part has been an absolute mess for Chelsea. This is so lucky because we did actually want him, but it's also a really clever pivot signing to go sign Trossard when we missed out on Mudryk. And make no mistake about it, Leandro Trossard is absolutely crucial to Arsenal.